renting a BYD through SIXT is a compelling economic solution. So these vehicles will be available for $90 a day, flat rate, in 20 locations across the country from the 1st of May. The kicker is that there's no charge to recharge. So we don't want to make the recharging of the vehicle on return the customer's problem, that's our problem to deal with. So not only will they be able to return it hassle-free and very conveniently, with the price of fuel where it is at the moment, that goes straight to the hip pocket.
Hey everyone, it's Tom here from Ludicrous Feed. Thank you so much for joining us. Tonight we're at the BYD Showroom here in Darlinghurst in Sydney, and we're attending the SIXT and BYD partnership launch. SIXT have partnered with BYD to supply BYD Atto 3 electric vehicles for the rental market. So it'd be great to see more EVs come on the Australian rental market in the next few months. And tonight is the celebration to mark that occasion. And here we are at BYD Showroom in Sydney. And in case you've not been to the showroom before, we'll just have a little walk around. And there we go, some accessories on the wall here. Some screens to show what it's about. I see a SIXT video there. It's great. Walking around. Colours offered. The BYD Atto 3 so far. Some more accessories. Some more footage of SIXT. Got quite a party happening tonight, haven't we? Should be good. Some more accessories there on the wall. Let's have a look in this corner here. Looks like amp charger involved as well with BYD. That's great. And turning back on the party. Got some drinks happening here tonight. We're making cocktails.
How are you?
Very well, thanks. And looks like it's going to be an unveil tonight as well. Wonder what's behind this curtain here. We'll see tonight, won't we? There we go. There's some people there lined up. There's Todd, CEO of EV Direct. And there's Andrew Winter as well, one of the ambassadors tonight. Okay, so here's the SIXT branded BYD Atto 3. Just going to walk around. Looks great. Amazing lights. Look at that. All the livery there. SIXT electric. Very cool. So looking forward to seeing this partnership come to fruition. Let's walk around the side here and the back. Build your dreams. Yeah, love it. It's good to see. It's a great shot of that in front of the BYD showroom right there. All beautifully dressed up with the SIXT branding as well. It's fantastic. All the wonderful people inside. Looking forward to tonight. There we go. There's the Drive Award for Best EV under $70,000 BYD Atto 3 Drive Car of the Year.
Welcome everyone to the BYD SIXT event. I'm Jamie Dury. I'm very, very flattered and very excited to be here, standing amongst all of you beautiful people for this incredible launch, which is a groundbreaking moment for, I guess, not just EV vehicles, but also for the rental car community here and business community here in Australia. I'd like to welcome you all and thank you for coming along and putting so much energy into this room. It is a lovely evening. Tonight we want you to discover ephemeral moments that tap into all of your senses, including your SIXT ones, which will soon be BYD. Welcome everyone to SIXT and BYD event. How about a round of applause for this collaboration? It's been a long time coming, right, gents? How long have you been working on this?
I think we originally spoke probably 9 months ago. So it's that's quite a long time in EV world. So
yeah.
It's been in the works and finally executed a little while ago. I'm really excited.
Yeah, it's very exciting. I mean, the beautiful thing about this is now that it makes these beautiful vehicles available to anyone, right? You don't necessarily have to purchase it. You can now go hire one, which is beautiful. As part of SIXT Australia's commitment to growing the largest and most wide-ranging EV fleet for hire, SIXT has signed an exclusive partnership with BYD, which will see at least an additional 500 EVs to join the SIXT fleet over the next 12 months. How about a round of applause for the gentleman here for putting that deal together? 500 EVs on the road in the next 12 months. I'd like to now introduce you to Mr. Matt Beattie, CEO of SIXT. Yes, keep that round of applause going. For Luke Todd, CEO of EV Direct. Gents, this is groundbreaking. I don't think it's happened here in Australia yet, has it?
No, it hasn't. And an exclusive arrangement like this is unavailable anywhere else. And we're thrilled to be partnering with Luke and the team. We love to do business with really good people, and Luke and his team are first class. And the car, as you'll see soon, is first class as well.
So, look, where is BYD in the current marketplace, and what's the journey been like over the last 6 months? It's been enormous, right?
Yeah, well, it's certainly been moving at a quick pace, and just to touch on what Matt has said there, we spoke to SIXT some time ago, and for us, we were initially impressed by SIXT's ambition. We had spoken to other companies, and when SIXT, through Matt and Mark and some of the team approached us, what blew us away was their dedication to transforming a large proportion of their fleet to electric vehicles. So when we talk about partnerships and the right fit, from day one we identified SIXT as a company that we wanted to work with, and a few negotiations back and forth, and ultimately landed on a deal that we support wholeheartedly. It's an exclusive arrangement, and we're really excited about what SIXT can bring to the Australian market.
Yeah, that's awesome. So Matt, what made you choose BYD? There are a few EVs out there. What makes BYD special to you?
Have you been in the car yet, Joe?
I certainly have. I own one, don't worry.
It's simple, right? It's a high quality car, pound for pound the best in the market at this price range. And you know, it's our role as one of the largest operators of fleets in Australia to lead the charge on the transition to a clean energy future. And as part of that, we don't want to leave anyone behind. So, you know, you can get vehicles for $100,000 and more, and those types of vehicles suit a certain segment. But this vehicle plays right in that market that will make sure that every Australian can make sure that they get part of the EV future, which is why we're thrilled to do the exclusive deal with Luke and BYD too.
So I think what makes this really special, and thank you, Matt, it shines a bit of light on what does make BYD so special, but I think what also makes this EV a cut above the rest is that not only do we have all the luxury that we enjoy in other European vehicles, but we've also got the accessibility. Luke, tell us about that.
So I think accessibility from us has been the key, and that's why we called it EV Direct. One of the main objectives that we had was to bring affordable, high quality electric vehicles to the Australian market. That's been our mission since day one, and we've been able to do that in the consumer market. We launched in this building in February last year, so it's been a very rapid sort of rise to where we are now. And being able to now pass that ability of accessibility into a fleet world in partnership with SIXT is amazing, because there'll be so many more people accessing EVs and finding out the benefits in a non-confronting way. That do I have to decide to buy one, or you know, that decision of transitioning. So for us, it's a massive milestone in that next phase of evolution of EVs and the BYD brand in Australia.
Yeah. So, look, I drive an Atto 3.
Yes, you do.
Why? Yeah, absolutely. Why the Atto 3? Why is that a good fit for SIXT?
I'll touch on that quickly. So one of the key design elements around the BYD Atto 3 is that it's been designed as the vehicle that is most easy to transition. If you're driving a petrol vehicle at the moment and you're wishing to switch into electric, it is the easiest vehicle. It has the fewer sort of daunting components of driving an electric vehicle compared to some of the other vehicles that are on the market. I'm looking at Danica because I think Danica might touch on that in a moment, of how easy it is to transition. But for us, that's really important. It's important from a safety element as well. So all the parts that people don't see behind the scenes when we're talking about how we bring rental cars to Australia in a safe way, being able to transition in a car that doesn't need much tuition or education, and doing it through SIXT is one of the key factors. And it's also just that ease of transition.
So you're making it as close as possible to what we know already, so that it's a smooth transition and it's not a big kind of electric jolt, so to speak.
Exactly. It's a smooth transition, and anybody can hop in this vehicle.
Yeah.
Within 2 seconds, they understand the car and can drive it just like a normal car.
Even my mother?
Even
Good to know, good to know. Matt, why would your customers choose an EV over other vehicles? And what are they saying to you right now about the environmental revolution? What's important to them?
I think what's important to them, it depends on who they are, firstly. So, you know, the general consumer population, I think, has been awakened in the last 6 to 12 months around the climate emergency and the government support that we've seen in investing and incentivising electric vehicle growth and electric vehicle infrastructure growth. I think has been top of mind in the media for a long time now. Seeing that investment has then, you know, enabled more investment with companies like ours to then create the supply for people to get in there. We're seeing a lot of people direct with them directly. So particularly, you know, couples going away on a road trip for a weekend to a holiday destination. We're seeing families getting them as well. And so we see this vehicle fitting quite perfectly in that middle market for consumers. But equally, you can imagine a sales rep with these vehicles as they go around travelling the country trying to sell for corporates, executives. So this vehicle plays to many, many different segments. I think people are also much more aware of their environmental impact, but also cost of living. So renting a vehicle renting a BYD through SIXT is a compelling economic solution. So these vehicles will be available for $90 a day, flat rate, in 20 locations across the country from the 1st of May. The kicker is that there's no charge to recharge. So we don't want to make the recharging of the vehicle on return the customer's problem, that's our problem to deal with. So not only will they be able to return it hassle-free and very conveniently, you know, with the price of fuel where it is at the moment, that goes straight to the hip pocket.
I think if I could just say something on that, for us to partner with SIXT and have the ability to rent a vehicle for $90 a day, not have to worry about refueling it before you drop the vehicle back. If anybody's rented a car, that's a bloody good offering and something that we think is going to be really well accepted in the market. So for us, those type of things where SIXT have not come in and said it's going to be a premium product at $150 a day is really attractive for us, and we believe this is just the beginning of a complete revolution where most rental cars over a period of time will transition to EVs. So congratulations on that, Matt. That's amazing to get that price point.
Yeah. That is an incredible price point. So this is, you're working on the same sort of accessibility that Luke is, which is hand in hand with both business promises, which is fantastic. Yeah. I mean, with petrol prices going up, gas prices almost doubling, you know, we've also got to think about, you know, our future and where the environment sits and so forth, and where that energy comes from. And thank God there are so many more little revolutions happening out there where we're now talking about tidal, hydrokinetic energy, we're talking about geothermal energy, we're talking about so many other sources of clean energy. There's just nothing like it, is there? Look, from a car nut point of view, because I'm a bit of a fan, something that wasn't on my script, which I would love to share with everyone out here, was tell us about who designed these little puppies, because there's quite a bit of ingenuity in them, right?
There is. So BYD, for those that aren't aware, BYD is a Chinese domiciled company. But over the last 6 to 7 years, BYD has been working to bring the best European and global designers into their fold, and then leverage off the ability to produce high quality, extremely safe vehicles in China at a price point. So that, to Jamie's point, the designers that now, and the one that has taken charge of this vehicle is a gentleman by the name of Wolfgang Egger. Now, Wolfgang was formerly the head designer at Audi, and then before that, Alfa Romeo. So when you look at the BYD vehicles and you see the stylish look, the quality finishes, what you're really getting is 20, 30, 40 years of European top engineering brought into the BYD brand. And that's what sets us apart. It's what gives us the confidence to go to market with a quality product. And the designers that are building the next generation of cars are even more exciting, and that will all be under Wolfgang's leadership. But I can comfortably say that BYD has accumulated the world's best designers, and they're all headquartered out of Shenzhen and designing many more vehicles that will come to Australia.
It's good to know, isn't it? It's amazing. In fact, I'll tell you a little personal story. Last night I had dinner with a gentleman who just spent $450,000 on the latest, one of the latest sports luxury vehicles, convertible and in his garage, of course, there's a BYD next to it. And I said, which one do you drive more? Yes, this one, of course. So, pretty amazing. Good story. Shall we get some of our other ambassadors up?
Sure.
Yeah?
So I think, thank you, Matt, and please stick around.
Thank you, Matt.
I think tonight is also a great night for us because we are building a family in BYD, and it's been ongoing for many years in my case and the rest of the team that's involved, and it really is a family. So it's a pleasure for me to announce tonight that we have an ever-growing family, and Jamie Jury is now one of our brand ambassadors and has signed on for a 3-year period, hopefully many more years after that, to be essentially alongside myself and promoting the brand and putting his handsome look out there, and
Also a shareholder.
and a shareholder. So in summary, we're building a family, and we've got Jamie on board, Danica, who will introduce Andrew Winter as well, and a few others. Fantastically, shortly upstairs, a gentleman by the name of Tim Maj, singer, actor, and dancer, is going to perform for us. He's also part of the BYD family. So it might be an opportunity for Danica and Andrew to come up, and they're both driving BYD Atto 3s as well, and maybe just tell us a little bit about your...
Danica, I'm obviously a huge fan. We all are here. And you are very used to watching things go fast in your field, of course. But of course, you now drive the Atto 3. What is it that you love about it? And tell me about the Zen.
The Zen is a good point, but the speed, getting onto a freeway the other day, I had a truck next to me and I put my foot down and I actually couldn't believe how fast it went. It was
Nice.
impressive. But the Zen, it's such a calm drive. I'm a very sort of frantic person, but you get in the BYD, feels like you're doing yoga. It's very quiet, it's very calming.
Yeah, it's a beautiful ride, isn't it? Good stuff. Andrew, you are very used to providing value in lots and lots of different ways in the real estate industry, of course, and we have watched your show for so many years now. When you look at a vehicle, and I believe you're an EV convert from 2017, when you look at an EV, what are you looking for in terms of value and quality? Because you've got a very discerning eye.
Well, yes, I do love a good deal.
Is that the Tom in you?
That's something in me,
Might be.
but that's why I like that car, because the deal is I think it's a 50k car, but it doesn't feel like a 50k car. For any of you that sport a car and you want to make it look a little bit nicer, you go and get a standard model, and you go and get that standard model, and you look at the one in the showroom, and it's, I want one like that. Yeah, that's no problem. So there's 5k for the wheels, and it's £2,000 upgrade for this, another 1,000 for this. There isn't, is there? No, there's no extras on there. It's just you choose your colour. So that's the value point. Although I do have a little bit of a confession to make. Luke does know this, but it is a bit of, I'm very lucky. I too was given a BYD Atto 3, which is wonderful. And Luke said, would you like one, to try it and all the rest of it? I kept saying no. I said, Luke, I've just bought a new car. I'm probably not going to get a chance to use it much. We have limited car parking where we live, etc., etc. He kept saying, please, will you take one? I said, but if I don't use it very much, I said, I've got daughter Zelda. I said, your kids can use it. By the way, they've got driving licenses, so it's terrifying.
Are they old enough?
They are old enough. It's all legal.
Good to know.
And he said, that's okay. And I said, well, then send the free car over. And look, I admit I've driven it quite a bit, but I don't get a lot of looking because my youngest daughter, the 18-year-old, adores that car. And when she gets back, because for some reason the other child has stolen the car, or I might try to take it, she has to use my wife's petrol car. She comes back and I don't like that car. She used to love my wife's petrol car, now she doesn't. And it's for the exact same thing. I'm not as privileged with these Zen things. I just know it's good value and it's so smooth. It really is. It's that sort of, every time you pull up and you want to do a three-point turn, that'd be a prime example. It's a clunk. Yeah, even with a really good quality automatic, it's still a clunk. It's nothing, there's no clunking goes on, there's nothing to clunk. No, there's nothing to clunk. So I would say very smooth.
And the one thing too as well, everyone has asked me about, what do you do about charging? I have never found it so easy to charge. Every shopping centre you go to, everywhere you go in New South Wales, especially where we live, there's a charging station. It's never been a drama for us.
And we already had a charger in our garage from another brand and it fitted perfectly. And I was only saying to Luke earlier, it was a little bit slow, this charger, and I thought maybe because it's being a bit antsy and doesn't want to charge the BYD. My daughter phoned me today and said, oh, by the way, Dad, I can charge you really quickly. So I just adjusted the voltage. I hadn't worked out that you could actually control it, but we could. So there's another good reason.
What's your favourite element of the BYD? Because my favourite, I have to say, is being able to speak to it. So you literally sit in it and you say, hey, BYD, do this. It's still a novelty for me. I get the car to open the windows just randomly.
No, the party trick is the spinning screen. I mean, come on, the spinning screen's got to be good, isn't it? I would say definitely the spinning screen.
Danica, I've got to mention your boy because he's quite the sportsman, and I'd love to hear actually what you think of the vehicle. Because don't tell me you haven't driven it yet.
I've been driving it.
Yeah, I figured you had. What does he?
We've had some fights over it.
You have. You've been fighting over it. I figured as much. What does he think?
He loves it. It's actually a bit of a what car are you taking today?
Yeah. Nice one. So it's good to see this sharing and caring going on in the household. Beautiful stuff. Luke, any final words?
I think from our side, obviously with Matt, SIXT and the BYD family expanding, it's just obviously a proud moment for us and the team. Obviously,
I don't have to call you Dad or anything, do I? It would be a bit awkward, wouldn't it?
It would be a bit awkward.
Please. Don't make me feel old. I think I'd just like to acknowledge there are so many people behind the scenes that actually make this work. And across our whole network in Australia, there's actually 700 people that are now associated with the BYD brand. So whilst we're new, whilst we're making big inroads into the EV market and the mainstream automotive market, we have a wonderful platform, we have a wonderful team, and thank you to everybody that I won't have time to mention, but you all know who is doing what, and it's greatly appreciated. So for me, this is a proud moment, and I just look forward to, we're talking 500 at the moment, but let's see what happens. I have utmost confidence that once these vehicles are on the road, people see the SIXT vehicle being able to be rented. I think we're just seeing the precipice of what is the future, and it's going to happen much more quickly than people realise. So thank you to everyone that's contributed. Thank you to all the support I get.
Can I ask you a question to interrupt? I wonder how many people have driven an EV here? How many have actually driven an EV here? Wow, that's a pretty well. That's all right, just had to find that out. You know what it's like.
Yeah, it's good.
So the rest of them now need to try an EV?
Anybody that didn't put your hand up, come and see Noel.
We'll see us 90 minutes.
Would you unveil the beautiful girl, please, Danica?
Where am I?
Yes, I think so. Here we go. Ladies and gents, the Atto 3 with SIXT. What a beautiful collaboration. Well done. I tell you what, you won't miss that one in a hurry, will you, gents? You'll see this one coming. Thanks, everyone. Have a lovely evening.
All right, so just a closer look at the BYD Atto 3 with the SIXT electric livery. Looks pretty cool, that orange there. We'll certainly have a look inside. There's all the glamorous people around me take photos of the car. I'll step back a little bit so you can see what's going on there. Lovely. Alright, so heading inside, we've all seen the Atto 3 of course, but just to remind you, that's what it looks like. As you know, they all said on stage, it's very good value, I must say, for the price point. And as you all know, we've done the road trip from Sydney to Melbourne, very comfortable, easy enough, and certainly with more charges coming online, be even easier yet. So yeah, good stuff from BYD and SIXT. Hopefully we'll see more BYD cars coming soon, of course. Looking forward to the Dolphin, and of course the Seal making its debut hopefully later in 2022. So stay tuned, everyone. Here we go from the back. More livery, SIXT electric, build your dreams. And panning up over the roof line. More shots from the side. Let's see more of the car here from this corner. There we go. And again, many thanks to EV Direct for the invitation tonight. Looking good. And one more shot of the frame of the car. Why not? It's pretty cool. There's a screen up the front. Just a quick pan around the room. Bit fun tonight at BYD HQ in Sydney. Okay, so we're upstairs where the party is clearly. Music is pumping. Just doing a sweep of the room right there. There it is on level 2 of the BYD showroom here in Sydney. It's all happening. It's definitely all happening. Some SIXT advertising. See that? Orange livery. And yeah, there's the blade battery there. That's what it looks like. Hanging suspended for all to see. More of the party happening there. This angle.